All right. Now, speaking of Cinemacon, we're going to jump into the new Spider-Man movie, which is Across the Spiderverse, which unfortunately got delayed
Yeah.
to June of 2023.
I don't know what they were afraid about. There was nothing coming out now in October this year, right?
I don't
No.
think they were
As far
afraid
as
of
I know,
anything,
Yeah.
considering how good the first one was.
Yeah.
I think it's just
And
they
in
realized how
cinema-
much work they need to do.
Yeah,
In
it'll give them more
Cinemacon,
time.
Yeah, that's fair.
in the Cinemacon, they showed off 15 minutes of the movie, or the first 15 minutes. So curious
Cool.
to see another trailer maybe soon.
Initial reactions? Did anybody say anything? Or they're just like, yeah, we saw 15 minutes. That's it.
Well, apparently there like a lot was shown. Like there's a lot of characters. There's a lot of
I think it was a lot of backstory of Spider-Gwen at the beginning.
yeah.
All right.
So
Nice. Yeah, because Peter Parker was the lizard.
and then we got an official title for the part 2, which is Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, so it's no longer going to be part 1 and part
Yeah,
2. There's
they
just now 3
changed the
separate
name.
movies.
Yeah, they're 3 separate movies. That's going to be nuts.
And that's in 2024.
No, 2 years.
But hey, back-to-back years.
Yeah, that's a year after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
That's
second
fair
one.
enough.
We're gonna be waiting 5 years by the time this one comes out. Across the Spider-Verse comes out. It'll be 5 years.
Not bad.
Since from the first one to 5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been 4 years if it would have come out this
Stays,
year.
yeah.
But
But so,
now it's 5
with
years.
the
Now
amount
it's
of work
4.5 and now, like, we're in change because now
Give or take, yeah.
because the dates moved instead of it being December, now it's like in
like June, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, give or take about 4.5, 5 years.
That's fair. I'm cool
the
with that.
amount of work that they're doing on these movies sounds pretty nuts.
Like the animation
Yeah,
style.
Yeah.
they're going to be going through 6 different universes, and each one will have its own
Own style.
animation style. And apparently, they've hired a whole crap ton of different artists to help out with this movie.
That you're gonna mix those styles together
Exactly.
too, more than likely. So,
So-
that's
they're,
awesome.
And they're doing these back-to-back. Or no, not even back-to-back. They're doing it simultaneously
Yeah.
at this point.
At this point, Sony, if you're gonna dump money into your Spider-Man franchise, just do it with the animation stuff because
So
that's
good.
what gave you the most. That's what gave you the most clout right now. Like that gave you your Oscar. Like you beat the mouse in that movie. So why not? I don't understand. Yeah, go for it. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait.
You beat the mouse with their own property. Their own quote-unquote own
Quote
property.
unquote. Yeah, in film wise. Yeah, go nuts.
Well, with another Sony character, they just announced Bad Bunny cast as a
I don't like
wrestler.
it. I don't like it.
and what?
So that'll be
Not El
interesting.
Fuerte from Street Fighter.
Not El Fuerte from Street Fighter 4. All you fighting game fans out there, run, stop, fierce. You know what's up. But yeah, that was a take, or like that was some news.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
That's the reason why he's on his like final world tour. Like, yo, I'm done with reggaeton because I'm breaking out. We're acting.
Well, he's doing the Bullet Train, so curious to see how that does.
I'm hyped for that movie. I mean, and
Looks
say
fun.
what you will, like I think he'll do a decent job. Like that guy, he puts in work. Like if Bad Bunny is anything, he's a consistent and hard worker. He's also like a closet ass nerd, and it's awesome. Like, he had a concert in Puerto Rico once, and his first like act was just like an overt homage to this like old variety show that I grew up watching, which was freaking hilarious. I think it was No Te Duermas, like, and it was a whole thing. Like he redid everything just because he wanted to be faithful and recreate it, just because of just how much of a nerd he is. He's big into wrestling. He did some stuff, I think it was last year, with the WWE. And so some of my friends were like, oh, Bad Bunny's not an actor. I'm like, well, he wrestled and did stuff there. So he's kind of acting too, in terms of, selling the personality, but then he backs it up with the actual physical work. So I have faith. I have faith he can do it. And since he's this random side villain wrestler from as a minor villain in the Spider-Man kind of rogues gallery, it gives him something to do, and it's builds on the foundation of the wrestling he did beforehand. So personally, and also because he's my people, I gotta represent. So like I wish him well, and I hope Sony makes a decent movie out of it. That hopefully better than Morbius. Just hopefully without a terrible post credits tie-in scene with bad ADR and CG, but whatever.
Well, Sony's going all in on all these spin-off movies, so
They really are,
I mean,
for better or worse, I suppose.
They're just really they're trying not to let the rights revert back to Marvel. They have to make movies, so they're doing it this way.
Yeah,
So, we'll see.
I saw the a Moon Knight meme where it's originally it's captioned with like a fake text from the comic where he's throwing stuff and it just says random bullshit go, but now it's just random bullshit go, but all the Sony stuff that's getting thrown out from the Spider-Man movies.
I think they said that Moon Knight was shown in one of these universes in the second Spider-Verse movie.
Ooh, that would be funny since Oscar Isaac is
Yeah,
Miguel O'Hara.
two characters.
He's gonna be 2 characters.
Why not? He could play 3. So
Hell yeah, I'm for it. I'm all for it. All right, hit us up. Next one, rapid fire. Pa.
all right. So we got 3 movie announcements confirmed. We have Venom 3, another Sony one.
Oh my god.
We got Ghostbusters sequel.
Yeah.
To the last
So-
Ghostbusters.
So
I'm
it'd be
hyped for that.
4 then, right? Ghostbusters 4.
That's technically the 4th one. It comes out after
Yes.
Afterlife established.
Technically the 5th one.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
But-
that's right.
But yeah, but we
But
don't.
technically
yeah.
it is 5.
technically it's
but
the
I guess
5th
they're
one,
not
but
numbering them.
I don't
anymore.
think those like connect or count.
They're not numbering them
That-
anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Feige one doesn't count, or not the Feige one. The what's his name?
Hemsworth,
Yeah, the one with Hemsworth in it. But who's the guy who directed that movie again?
Paul Feig.
Paul Feig. Yeah. That one is not numbered, but you know it's still a Ghostbusters movie. So cool.
it
Yeah,
was.
I'm hyped for that.
Afterlife was fun. I enjoyed
And
it.
Afterlife was fun. Yeah, it was cool.
Just give me more Paul Rudd. I'm down.
Yeah, 100%.
And then the last one that was just announced just a couple hours ago, the Batman 2
Nice.
with Matt Reeves directing again.
Yes.
So
And
As
Bobby
expected.
Pat coming back as the Batman.
so
That's hype. I'm excited for that. Now the villain speculation begins.
yeah.
I heard they're gonna hire Arnold for a special villain character.
Special rhymes with Blister Bleeze, maybe.
Is that like a Mega Man enemy?
Exactly. Chill Penguin. No. But you know, who knows? I forgot who was the villain that Nicolas Cage said he'd really want to play. That was like, oh man, I think I'd have like a real crazy version of it.
not
Someone's
sure.
gotta. He said it like since we're
I feel
gonna
like I
make
saw
this
it.
Nick Cage.
At some point, but I don't remember the name.
Was it a big character or a minor character?
No,
Clayface?
it's a minor character that
A
he said I
minor
think I could do really well.
So Clayface isn't that minor.
No, he wants to be Egghead. So he's like,
Wow.
I think I could
Random.
really handle it. Yeah, like it's a random one, but since he's read a lot of the comics, he's like, no, I could bring in something really creepy. He's just like, come on, like we can make this happen. And if keep a other rogue gallery still around there, like how we have Penguin in this one, and maybe some of the crime bosses. I would love to see, like we had Black Mask in Birds of Prey, but I would love to see like another version of Roman Sionis, like again, like people who are like connected in like the crime world, but not necessarily like ultra super meta human or known as the super criminals, like like a Mr. Freeze or a Man Bat or something, like something that you can keep a little more grounded. My personal favorite I would love to see is the Mad Hatter, since we already have what I would say is Tweedledee and Tweedledum in the first one.
Maybe.
That would be cool.
Nick
Have a
Cage, Mad
trippy
Hatter.
Mad Hatter. Yeah. Hey, he'd be something.
I mean, I feel like there are a lot of possibilities aside from some of the more obvious ones, like them teasing Joker, and then maybe having a couple of other characters come in. But one thing that I mentioned when we watched the movie was that since the DA from that movie had his head blown off,
Yeah.
it's a good chance to bring in Harvey Dent.
It's on HBO Max now.
But we already got Harvey Dent.
Yeah. It's like we've had Harvey Dent. We technically have had Harvey Dent 3 times. We've had Two-Face twice.
I saw some rumors going around of like
Yeah.
Court of Owls.
Billy D.
That would be
be
that was another
pretty
too.
cool.
that would
to
be
see.
badass if they had the Court of Owls, because then that ties into the more we talked about this already, like the more like theme of the nice shiny Gotham but underbelly of corruption and all that stuff. So yeah, that'd be dope.
I wonder if they're gonna continue with the detective aspect.
I would think so. Like probably
Oh,
do
for
the
sure.
detective
Yeah.
stuff, but then maybe he has more tech because hey, Wayne Enterprises is blowing up now. In
We'll
a
get
good way.
more Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably a good assumption.
I would also like to see more or a better. I mean, I don't know how you guys felt about Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul, but I would like to see like another version of Ra's al Ghul, but the version that we are more familiar with the comics, or if you've played the Arkham games
or the cartoon.
that kind of
The
that
cartoon.
Ra's al Ghul
Yeah.
and the League of Assassins and all those characters.
He always called Batman in the cartoon detective.
Mhm.
That was David Warner of Ninja Turtles 2 fame.
I was taken by his performance.